Hello guys, welcome to the second part of this season. In this part, we are going to teach you how to find your Hello guys, welcome to the second part of this season, the intermediate season. In this part, I'm going to teach you how to find your problematic arrows in your game. For example, this one you can clearly see in the screen, the one that intersect with other arrows or intersect with itself or block themselves. So how we can find them? We are not going to find the loop in this episode. In the next episode, I'm going to teach you that as well. I just did everything and I have the code, but it's going to be long video if I do that. So let's see another one. For example, like this. And if you see, we are going to find all of them. Okay, how we did that? First, I need too many changes in my code. If you remember, for example, here, in my body mover, I had my create arrow and my create body and clean. Let me recheck again. Yeah, create body and clean and set positions, if you remember, or for my head. But I changed all of that to another one because this one for just moving my body or my arrowhead. So I shouldn't have those function in that. So I made another class called arrow manager. It manages all creation of these arrows and deletion. Not deletion because I just do all the deletion and get all of arrows in my arrow container. I have arrow container here and it is static. No, it's not static. Okay, but you know what I'm saying. And my arrow manager manages the creation of the body and head, and I want each of my node datas get filled after I create an arrow. For example, this arrow fill this one. You see, the head was here. For example, it says it's filled, and it's filled with the head, and the direction of the head is up. Then I can come down and see, you see, next one. And if the arrow, for example, is normal like this or normal like this, I can go is filled and it says you should go down because the arrow points down, so you should go up. You should go against it, and I go against it and I go to the next one, against it, go to the next one, and this one is not hit. And you go against it again and again and again, and I can find all of the arrows if I do not even have this one, if this is full. Okay, and I need, when I delete my arrows, for example this one, I have a function here, remove arrow. This one goes back to normal. So first of all, I need to have here, where is my node data? So I updated my node data a little bit. You can check it here. You can pause and check it here. But I added too many things. First, I pass, for example, get coordination as vector. I pass my x and y as vector so I can mess with it really easier, and set related arrow. Okay. And for all of my node data, I want them to have, for example, this one, have the arrow that created them. For example, if I go in debug mode, you can see the arrow that it created this. Not created, filled this node data. Okay, let's go back and to my code. So it's going to handle that, and yeah, it's basically that. And these functions that I comment them, they are for another tutorial. For example, one of them is for my saving system. It's so complicated, I'm not going to teach it in your I think I do not teach them in this season, but let's forget it and continue. Okay, I have a level validator. I validate too many things here, but in this tutorial, I'm just going to validate the nodes. So what's the idea behind how to check this? Okay, if I fill all the nodes normally with normal arrows, like first this one, then 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 this one. If I want to fill them again, for example, let me generate a new one and go normal and generate grid. Yeah. For example, I want to go start recording and go like this, 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 this. These nodes are all filled. Then, if I want to fill this one again, I can validate it. First, before I added any arrow, I can check, for example, here, I can check if it is filled before. If it is filled before, then it does not validate. So, you see? Or even in self intersecting one. For example, it's going to fill this one first, then this one second, then go on, go on, go on, go on, go on. And right now, if it wants to refill it again, then it checks if this one is filled before and it does not validate. So it can check that as well. So it basically says if your arrow, if your node that you are going to send me, like this one, is null or is filled before, then this node does not validate. So this arrow is not validate because it cannot be like this. But I have another things in it, and it is for handling this one. And I go like this, and if you see, this one points to itself. It blocks themselves. So how we handle this one? To handle this one, I'm passing the head node, and if you see, I pass the head node, and I get the direction of this head node, and I pass another node that I want to fill, for example, this one, and check if all the node that I want to pass is in front of this head node or not. How I can do that? I first calculate dx and dy difference in the x of arrow node and head node, and difference in y node and arrow node.y and head node.y, and base of this difference, for example, if our dx is equal, for example, this one and this one, the x difference is equal. So the difference is in y value. And the direction of the arrow, head arrow, I can check if this one is in front of it or not. And it is basically this switch. So all of the things that I just said handles by this, all of the validation. But first we need to fill them. So first I have my arrow manager. I create arrow, create head, body creation. You can pause and see all of this. And I move them here and set all nodes. You see I pass node datas, and I pass this node datas to this arrow manager. So I know my node datas as well. I'm going to use them later for loop, but no, nothing more matter. Change head color and change body color. For example, head color is sprite renderer color, but body color is line renderer color, and line renderer color is gradient, so you should change it by a start color and end color, and change arrow color. It gets the arrow state and head color and body color. What is arrow state? I added another enum, and I want to check if my arrow is normal or self-meet. I should change this name to intersect, but I called it self-meet and looped. What is looped, and when we are going to check it? For example, this one still cannot be solved. For example, go like this, and another one go like this. This one is looped. You cannot solve this one as well, and we are going to check them as well. But right now, I'm going to come back and come here, and yeah, for arrow manager, I'm going to save the arrow state as well. Okay, and I change the arrow names when I'm debugging. I know which arrow, I give them random name, so I know which arrow I'm going to debug or something like that. The get.name. And set possible interactions arrows. Oh, okay. We do not use it right now, but later we are going to use it. Get possible okay, none of them. Draw get arrow state. Okay, we are going to use create arrow state in later as well. Is requirement there because in most of my functions, the head mover and body mover should be not null. Then I have this is requirements their function, so I can call it right here, right now. And for this one, yeah, I have delete arrow with undo. I want when I delete my arrow, for example, delete this one. If I delete it, these nodes become reset again. Then if I undo it, then they come back. And because we are in editor, if I do it, for example, with delete delete key in my keyboard, for example, like this. One more time. What? Okay, we delete it like this. Or like this. What? Why? Oh, okay, it worked. Okay, now if you see, none of them changed. And if I undo or something like this, it's not beautiful, you know. So we need to have delete arrow with undo, and we undo destroy immediate, and we have reset with undo, so we record object. It's something not that complicated, but you should know how to write editor utilities. And I have my editor, for example, arrow manager editor, to have this function as well in it. And one thing is why I can edit multiple objects and variety in targets, not normally, because if I want to delete some of them all with each other, I have this one as well. But if I do not have that one, I cannot do this. I cannot select some arrows and delete all of them with each other. So, okay, it's that one. And if I forget or I have problem to, for example, this one is filled before, and I mistakenly deleted the arrow with the delete button, I can reset the node like this. And I have another node data editor as well here, so it gives me that. Now, in Arrow Pass Factory, I made changes as well because I have Arrow Manager right now and do not call Arrow Body and Arrow Mover anymore. And you can see it here. And handle broken arrow, just change the color of the arrows. Arrow that you give it, for example, this one. This is another create arrow if I want to just pass the nodes and game object prefab and container without passing the grid builder. And nothing else. Okay. What didn't I teach you? Oh, okay, I get it. What is okay? How we create body coordinates, body creation. transform. Okay. Where is the field node? Okay, in Grid Builder, we changed this from game object to node data. Why? Because always I get the game object, then go dot get component or dot get components and get all of the node datas. So I basically said if I get node data, it's easier. So I changed it a little bit. And you can see here. And in my clear grid, I added this. I go to my arrow container and delete all of my arrows when I clear my grid as well. And here, okay, get grid. You see, I get the grid right now. And for node data, I get if it's in the map or not. For example, if this happened, then it wasn't in map. And for this, it was in map, but the data could be null. Okay, build free zone, check neighbor, and okay, it gets two data and it checks if these two are neighbor or not. I don't know where I use it actually. Okay, it's in add object. Select grid builder that check neighbors. Okay. I did that because I wanted, for example, I cannot to, for example, this one is maybe like this, but the node is filled before, so I don't want to click it again, so it doesn't record it. It's for that one. And this one that I could click was not in the arrow, so basically no problem. Yeah, it checked the intersect as well and call it a day, but you get what I mean. So basically it checks that. Okay, we come back here in my grid builder and go fill node. Yeah, in fill node, if you see, my is valid arrow is true. So basically we think all of my arrow are valid. Then we get some selected nodes. Like for example, if I go like this, I have 3 nodes, but we are going to fill all of these nodes in between as well. So first, I calculate if I get 2 of these nodes, and I started from 1, and if they both are not null, then I can calculate the direction, and I can fill the first node. For example, when I go in 0 and 1, you see 0 and 1, I calculate the direction between them, and I can fill the 0, 1. And now I'll normally fill this node. And this fill node checked is valid for this node, and is valid is equal to fill node. Or, okay, I'm doing something bad here. Now I find it. It should be like this. Okay. I'm going to say why. Okay, head, direction, all nodes, and fill next nodes. Next nodes calculate the nodes between the 2 nodes that I given. So it checks the difference between them, if they are horizontal or not, and the steps it should take. And sign says -1 or +1. And it goes from this 4 and fill all of the node in it. And why we do this and equal? And equals means if arrow is true, we said is valid is true, then one of the fill nodes say it's not true, then it becomes not true if it's equal. But again, if another one says it's true again, it's going to be true again. So if one of them says this arrow is not valid, then this and is like if one of them is 1 and one of them is 0, it gives you 0. If it gives you false. If one of them is true and one of them is false, it gives you false. If both of them are false, give you false. Only gives you true when both of them are true. So when you do this, you constantly check if one of them is only one of them is not valid, then your arrow is not valid. And this is the field node, normal field node, nothing too crazy. You can check it as well. And it's basically this tutorial. I can, if you have any question, because I think this one was a little bit shaky in my opinion. Maybe I didn't teach you them as well as good as it should be, because I write too many codes, then I hit record. Even I added 2 other lessons in this episode, but I didn't record them. For example, if I just go to this level editor and uncommented these, I can check the loop as well. For example, this one. So basically, I was a bad teacher. But if you have a question, because I teach you how you think and how you created it, you can create it with your mind, and you can copy my code. But if you have question, feel free to ask.